courtesy tap is, young man? Sounds like this. It's light. It's friendly. I'm sure that's what your mom meant to do.
No, it's not. Mom!
Having a kind of a hard time lately. I'm sorry.
What do you want?
I need you to learn what a bad day really is. I need you to learn how to say you're sorry. And you're gonna learn through violence and retribution.
Hello.
There's Derek. Hey, Jeff in
Hey,
Vegas.
how's it going?
It is going great. Thanks so much for taking the time to talk to me today about Unhinged.
Absolutely. There's a guy behind you that looks.
Yeah,
like
he's been following me all morning, man. I didn't give him his courtesy tap, his little courtesy honk. You know?
I got you. Yeah.
It's funny you mentioned that, Derek, because I'm born and raised in Las Vegas, and right now, especially during the summer, of course, 115 degrees for the next 15 days. I mean, we have this unprecedented heat wave, and road rage, especially with myself, you just have to. I always be considerate. And this movie really reminded me at the beginning of the summer to be courteous and like that, because you can just get, Russell Crowe's character was already deranged to begin with. It wasn't the traffic, but road rage is a reality. It really is, especially in Las Vegas and Southern California and all of that. So it's a good teaching movie, a good teaching lesson.
Yeah, I think that it's happening more and more everywhere. And, it seems like everybody has some connection to it, whether it's happened to them or someone they know, or, I think that's what people connect to initially with the film is just how this could happen to anyone on any day. You honk at the wrong person at a stoplight, and it could change the course of not just your day but your life as well.
Right. I've known people who've been chased and people who were out on parole. They've had guns. I mean, it's rare, but it happens.
Yeah, absolutely.
Well, finally getting a release. It's been a rough road, hasn't it? But Unhinged is finally here.
Well, look, I mean, I think it's been a rougher road the last, 4 or 5 months in many other ways besides the film release pushing. So, I think that in terms of, these are high level problems to have your release moved around a little bit. And I think that along the way, everybody's kept me posted and not just about the release date, but also about the protocols they're putting in place in working with the theater chains and the health departments to ensure that it's a safe movie going experience. So, I think it was not just about when is the movie coming out, but how is the movie going to come out in a way that makes it a safe environment for everyone.
And reading the script for Unhinged, could you visualize it being the director? Could you put it down? Because of the final result, I'm going to film school myself, once upon a time. I can just imagine reading this and just like getting excited about it.
Yeah, I couldn't put the script down. I mean, really, it was one of those scripts where you get this stack of scripts and you kind of go through, and some of them you make it, some of them you can't get past page 5, whatever. But this was one that I started and just couldn't put down, and it just grabbed me and pulled me through, and I couldn't wait to see what was going to happen on the next page. And then, on top of that, once I'd finished it, it definitely left me with wanting to speak about it, wanting to talk to people about the social commentary that it contains as well.
And I love that the story takes place all in one morning and it keeps the pace. It's such a tight little story and it doesn't stray. And I think that's really one of the advantages of the movie.
Yeah, I like that. I mean, the last film I did, American Dreamer, was also a film that took place in almost real time. And it just allows you to, I don't know. I like what it does as a viewer. I like what it does because you're kind of in it in a way that helps you, have that suspension of disbelief and actually be in the movie and really feeling it in a different way.
And one of my favorite films is Falling Down with Michael Douglas. And compared to Unhinged, he slowly, starts to lose his mind, and fighting society. Well, Russell Crowe's character, he was already at the edge to begin with. And all it took was a little courtesy honk, just to set him off.
Yeah. I mean, he definitely, to me, I hear the Falling Down comparisons and I always, in working with Russell, would tell him that I think his character is more like the shark in Jaws. He kind of is who he is when we meet him already, he's kind of already gotten there, and he shows up and just wreaks havoc and, leaves this trail of carnage behind and vanishes. And then you don't know when he's going to show back up again. And it definitely helped us kind of find a way to get into this character.
That's a great analogy, because I just saw Jaws at the drive-in last weekend. It's my favorite film of all time. So that really makes me happy that you mentioned Jaws. So.
Yeah.
But but going after Russell Crowe, tell me about that experience. When did he say yes? When did you get the phone call? How did all that happen? And he got involved.
We made the offer to Russell, and he read the script and asked for a meeting with me. So I went to go sit down with him and talk about it, and it was a good conversation. I mean, we kind of just vibed initially really well, and just in talking about this character and trying to figure this out in terms of I think the role, as Russell says, kind of, it was scary to him, but as an actor wanting to challenge himself and do something he hasn't done before, it offered an opportunity. And and then he asked to see another film of mine, which he watched that night, I think, and then he wanted to talk some more, and it just was the process was great, trying to find this character with him. And, I think the results are evident on the screen that we really, we clicked, really. We had a good chemistry.
And Karen Pistorius and Gabriel Bateman, what a great little team they are. And as a director, how did you keep that panic and that energy throughout the movie? I mean, did you have any tricks for the actors, or?
I mean, everybody needs something different. I think that, you always want to try to, in the midst of all the chaos, of making a movie, just from everything from just reminding them, where they were in the scene prior to this and where they're going. Because, you don't, unless you get the luxury of shooting a film in sequence, it can kind of, it's easy to just look at that scene and kind of forget about the context. And I think that just, these are all smart, experienced actors, and it makes my job a lot easier. They come to work with great ideas, and it's amazing to be able to go to work and work with people on that level every day. So there are times where I've got to course correct because we lose a location, or because of weather, or because of whatever, and trying to figure out how to solve those problems. So it makes it great to be able to have a group of actors like that who really are just rolling their sleeves up, and they're in the mud with me trying to figure out how we're going to get this thing done.
And our final moments here, Derek, the freeway crashes and the incredible stunts, there is no substitute for physical effects. And that's what I loved about it. I mean, it just looks fantastic.
Thanks. Really, yeah. In a perfect world, you want to do all those practically, just because there's no substitute for really getting to crash cars and blow things up. And sometimes you have to supplement things with visual effects. But we really had an amazing team that kind of started off with Matchbox cars saying, how do we do this? What if we do this? And we, then it's a question of how do we shoot it if we do that? And really that part of the process is I mean, that's what makes it kind of a dream job, to be able to, go back to your childhood self and crash cars,
Well, excellent thriller, Derek. Unhinged, now in theaters, and I really loved it. I really did. I just love the excitement in the film, and seeing Russell Crowe playing such a bad guy for whatever his reasons are. So it was an excellent film. And was his name Tom Cooper? I know he's billed as the man, but I could have swore he said his name was Tom Cooper in the diner when he was on the phone, or did I imagine that?
He does say that his name is Tom Cooper, but he's the man, and
he's the man.
And doesn't have a name, and who knows why? He may have just thrown that name out there.
Well, you're the man of the minute, so man of the hour. So thanks so much for talking to me, and come visit us in Vegas when you have a chance. We'd love to have you.
I appreciate it. Thanks for wanting to talk with me, and watch that guy behind you. I think he's following you.
Oh man, I was at the diner earlier, and he was like a booth away messing with me.
Yeah, right. All right. Thanks a lot.
Take care, Derek. Bye-bye.
All right, you too.